Here we are going to learn the topic called coherent sources. Here to observe the interference pattern, two sources are required. The two sources they are named as coherent sources. Here when the sources they are said to be coherent, that is the question here. Here I have drawn two sources from which the light waves they are traveling in this direction. Observe both the two waves. Here these two waves they are going to interfere. After superposition, they are able to create the interference pattern on the screen. The interference pattern must be permanent and stationary. Permanent and stationary means the dark band, bright band, dark band, bright band, they occupy a particular position. The position of the dark band or bright band should not be altered. While observing the pattern, it should be static and stationary. The observer he has to observe a static interference pattern on the screen. So to obtain the static stationary interference pattern on the screen, two sources are required. The two sources they are said to be coherent sources. Look at the wave 1 and wave 2. Here you observe the amplitude. Here the amplitude is that could be taken as A. Here the amplitude of the second wave also should be taken as A. Preferably the amplitude of both the two waves must be same. So the first condition to be a coherent source is both the two waves they should have the same amplitude. Very important one. Preferably they should have same amplitude. The second one is measure the wavelength. Here the wavelength that can be measured as lambda. Are you clear? Here also measure the wavelength here. Here also the wavelength is lambda. Both the two wavelength must be same. The second condition is both the two waves from coherent sources they should have same wavelength. Are you clear? So the first condition is they should have same amplitude. The second condition is they should have same wavelength. If they have same wavelength means definitely they should have same frequency also. So the third condition is they should have same frequency. Both the two wave they should have same frequency. Are you clear? Now look at both the two wave when they are traveling here. Clear. Look at the length of the wave. 1 lambda, 2 lambda, 3 lambda, 4 lambda. Here also 4 lambda is there. If you draw a line here, clear, there is no leading of the waves or there is no lagging of the wave. It shows that both the two wave they are in phase. They are in phase means there is no phase difference between the first wave and second wave. Are you clear? So both the two wave they are in phase, or you can call it as both the two wave they are having the same phase, or you can call it as they are in phase. In phase means there is no phase difference between the first wave and second wave. So such four conditions must be satisfied. Sometimes what will happen, no, the first wave and second wave, if you compare both the two wave, any one of the wave it may lead the clear as just the clear. Look at the second wave, it may lead the clear up to certain extent. The second wave is leading when compared to the first wave. Now the leading of the wave that can be represented by the angular position, that is with the help of the phase. Now you measure the lead of the wave by the phase. 0, here pi 2 can be written, here pi can be written. So what is the phase difference between the first wave and second wave? The phase difference between the first wave and second wave is pi. Are you clear? Now the same phase difference must be maintained throughout. For example, if the second wave, if it travels like this means, are you clear? This wave, if you draw a same kind of line here, this wave must travel ahead of pi phase. Are you clear? So wherever you measure, the phase difference must be same. Here I have taken as a sample the phase difference of pi. Whatever may be the phase difference, but difference must be maintained as a constant one. Therefore, the fifth condition is they may have phase difference. So clear that phase difference must be constant. So in between both the two wave, they should have the constant phase difference. Very important one. They may not have phase difference. If they have phase difference, they have to maintain the constant phase difference. Are you clear? If all the conditions are satisfied, both the two sources they are said to be coherent sources. Are you clear? Here both the two waves both are having same wavelength and same frequency. It shows that both the sources they are emitting the same kind of color. So when the same kind of colors are emitted from the two sources, they are said to be monochromatic sources. Monochromatic means, mono means single, chrome means color. So both are emitting the same color. Same color means same wavelength, same frequency of light is emitted. So both of them should emit the same color. Are you clear? So here, if all the conditions are satisfied, only then these two sources they are said to be coherent sources. Are you clear? When they are in the form of coherent sources, only then we are able to observe the permanent and the static stationary interference pattern on the screen. If they are not coherent, what will happen? No, the pattern it won't be permanent. Are you clear? Often the position of the dark band and bright band it will be changing, and you will be seeing a the changeable pattern of the interference pattern can be observed. So in the position of the dark band, there it will appear bright band. In the position of the bright band, dark band will appear. Often the position and the locality of the pattern will be changing. So you won't get the permanent pattern of the interference pattern when the sources are basically not coherent. Are you clear? Now this is a very important thing. So to observe the interference pattern, two sources must be coherent. So clear. This question will be often asked in the examination. What are coherent sources? How will you define? When the light waves from the two sources, if they have same amplitude, if they have same wavelength and frequency, if they are in phase, or they should have constant phase difference, by the time the two sources are said to be coherent sources, may be asked in 2 mark also, and they should have the same waveform also. The pattern of the waveform must be same. Waveform means, here look at that, the type of the wave is sinusoidal in nature. The second waveform is also sinusoidal in nature. The shape of the wave must be same. So we can include the sixth condition also. Both the two wave they should have the same waveform. So all the conditions are listed out here to be a coherent sources. Okay. Now we are going to learn one important concept about the coherent sources. Here I have taken two different sources. Here sodium vapor lamp 1 and 2 both are taken here. Two different lamps are taken. Usually the sodium vapor lamp, that one is capable of emitting yellow light. Okay. So from the first lamp also that yellow light is emitted. From the second lamp also the yellow light is emitted. Both the two lights both are monochromatic in nature. Both the two lamps they are emitting the monochromatic light, yellow light. So clear. From here also yellow light is emitted. From the another lamp also yellow light is emitted. Both are having same wavelength. So same wavelength is there. Same frequency is there. Even sometimes they may emit the same amplitude. But here these two sources, individual sources, independent sources, they never act as a coherent sources. Are you clear? If you use these two sources as coherent sources, you are not able to observe the permanent pattern of the interference band, because here the two waves, the light waves, the radiation, both are emitted due to the excitation of the atom. So inside sodium atoms, is it clear? They are in the vapor state. All the sodium atoms, both in the two lamps, they are excited. So when they will reach to the higher level, is it clear? From higher energy, lower energy level to the higher energy level. So due to thermal vibration, what will happen now? The atomic excitation time will vary. Are you clear? So different atoms they will be excited to the different higher level at different times. So they won't emit the radiation, is it clear, with constant phase difference. Are you clear? So if you calculate the phase difference between the radiation emitted from the first source and second source, the phase difference it will often change. You won't get the constant phase difference. That is a very, very important condition. So the radiations from the first source and radiation from the second source, is it clear? In between them, is it clear? You can't observe the constant phase difference. So there will be a change in the phase difference often. Are you clear? When they interfere, what will happen? The pattern it won't be permanent. The pattern will often change. Wherever you see dark band, there you can see bright band. Often the pattern, is it clear, will change due to the thermal vibrations which are occurring in the lamp. So if you use the two independent sources, you are not able to observe the permanent interference pattern. They won't act as a, is it clear, coherent source. Very important one. This one may be asked in 2 mark. how the question will be asked. Why two independent sources are said to be not coherent? Such question will be asked. Both the two sources from which the radiations, if they are observed, they won't have any clear, no constant phase difference in between them. Are you clear? Because of this property, what will happen? They are not called as coherent sources. Are you clear? Phase difference is not constant. That's why they are said to be, is it clear, not coherent. Okay.